Can we get ready to get started here? We're about 10 minutes late. This is the second council meeting in a row that we ran late, so I apologize.
It's budget time.
It's- yeah,
It
it's
might have to
budget
end.
Yeah, so, all right, it is, what, we got 6:09, August 20th, 2018, and it's time to call the city council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Yes. Mr. Allen? Mr. Austin?
Here.
Mr. Blankenship?
Here.
Mr. Eggers?
Here.
Mr. Hugen?
Here.
Mr. Richards?
Here.
Mr. Wertz?
Here.
Sir, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Mr. Wertz, will you do the prayer and pledge?
All right. Just bow your heads, please. Father, we are grateful to our military men and women here in the United States and around the world. Remember all of our first responders, the police and the fire departments, and all of our city employees and legal counsel, and our city council members who work for the betterment of Franklin. Allow the mayor and our council to provide positive leadership and fiduciary responsibility with the introduction of our Franklin 2019 budget. Ben.
That's funny.
Pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Is there any announcements? Any public comments? I know we have a couple presentations. I think we'll just go into our presentations of swearing ceremony of Mr. Kirby Cochran as chief and Mr. Chris Tennell as deputy chief. So we will. I didn't bring a bullet, so I'm sorry. Before we raise your hand, I'm going to read this part. Certification of appointment. As mayor of the city of Franklin, Indiana, I hereby memorialize the appointment of Kirby Cochran Sr. as the chief of police department, Franklin Police Department, this 20th day of August 2018, and witness thereof, I set my hand on the official seal this 20th day of August 2018. Steve Barnett, Mayor, City of Franklin. Okay, will you raise your right hand? I, Kirby Cochran Sr.,
I, Kirby Cochran Sr.,
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and honestly discharge
I will faithfully, impartially, and honorably discharge
my duties as Chief of Police Department for the City of Franklin,
my duties as Chief of Police Department, City of Franklin,
according to the law and the best of my ability,
according to the law and the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I was going to bring a toy bullet, you know, like.
There.
Chris Tennell. As mayor of the city of Franklin, Indiana, I hereby memorialize the appointment of Chris Tennell as the deputy chief of this police department this 20th day of August 2018. And witness thereof, I set my hand in official seal this 20th day of August 2018. Steve Arnett, Mayor, City of Franklin. Raise your right hand. I, Chris Tennell,
I, Chris Tennell,
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and honestly discharge my duties as Deputy Chief
discharge my duties as Deputy Chief
of the Police Department for the City of Franklin
of the Police Department for the City of Franklin,
according to the law and to the best of my ability,
according to the law, to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
There was a gnat flying around, he was probably. I want to thank all you police officers for coming in and showing support. That's huge. Thank you. Can I get a picture of both of you guys? Thank you. Okay, one more here. Now, if you're gonna leave, now's the time.
Good luck.
Thanks for coming. I'm going to rob a bank now, like right 10 minutes ago.
Can you grab it? Yeah. Can you get it?
Okay, are there any more announcements, presentations, or public comments? Hearing none, we'll move to consent agenda.
Move to read consent agenda by title only.
Second.
How about approve the consent agenda?
Approved. I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, there isn't any old business. That gets us to the new business. Request approval of additional language to Article I, 8G of the Franklin Department Rules and Regs pertaining to the early run code. Chief McLeod.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Just earlier, the Board of Works approved additional language in the rules and regs for early run. We all know we use chronos to clock in and out with, and we have a late run, so a firefighter would stay over, he punches a button, gets late run, but we never had an early run. So we and the Churches Department worked together, we created an early run button, or drop down box, we call it. So if a firefighter would clock in early, it's just more of a record keeping for the Clerk Treasurer's Department for us, so we can keep tabs on if there's an early run or late run.
I move to approve the request to adding the additional language to Article, is it I, 8G, as presented?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Austin, I think we do need a motion to read all the business by title only.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
That gets us to the second one. Request approval of Common Council Ordinance Number 2018-07, annexation to be known as the Thompson Annexation Adoption. Final.
Good evening, Joanna Myers with Tom Thompson. This is the third reading of the annexation of the 22.59 acres located at 3601 North US 31. And it's ready for official action this evening.
We've already had the public hearing last week, so
We'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
okay, we have a motion by Mr. Wertz, second by Mr. Austin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we will go to the next item.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna. Grant proposal application information for Discover Downtown Franklin. Ms. Emily Snyder. And Crystal.
Mayor, just want to mention prior to for starting that it was a unanimous decision from the Economic Development Commission for this proposal. It was unanimous vote to bring it to the city council. So it was-
Thank you. So Krista Linke, Community Development Director. As Ken stated, we have collected through voluntary economic development fees on tax abatements for this year, which is taxes that were paid 17, paid 18, $23,022.49. So the Economic Development Commission requested proposals from nonprofits active in economic development. And this year, we received one proposal, which the Economic Development Commission listened and took information from the grant application at their meeting last week. And so their recommendation is to award the funds to Discover Downtown Franklin. That's their recommendation, and Emily is here to give you an overview of what she presented to the Economic Development Commission at their meeting as well.
Good evening, I'm Emily Snyder. I'm the Executive Director for Discover Downtown Franklin. I'm here to talk to you tonight about the new event that Discover Downtown Franklin will be planning for next fall. The Economic Development Commission grant money will be used to seed an art fair and alley activation initiative in downtown Franklin. With this grant and community support, these will both enhance the experiences of Franklin residents and visitors. So creating an art fair in Franklin is instrumental in transforming the downtown into a destination for art. Next fall, we will have a juried art show, which will include over 50 artists in 10 different mediums. This is a picture from Robertville Art Fair showing how art fairs are typically set up. And this is from the Penrod Art Fair, which is at the Indianapolis Museum of Art. It's one of the largest in Indiana. And this just shows how many thousands of people are coming to these art fairs yearly. And then this picture just shows how the art will be displayed for people to see at the art fair. So during the art fair, there will also be live music, performances from local bands, dance studios, choirs, and theater groups. So along with the art fair, the grant money will seed an alley activation initiative. We are going to enhance the Elks and Artcraft alleys. In both alleys, we want to create a safe and vibrant space, which would increase the use of them. The activation would include lights, planters, seating, shade sails, and art. Alleys which are typically underused can contribute up to 50% of additional public space in the city. This picture is from Kokomo, Indiana, and then it shows their alley activation come to life. They put up lights, seating, planters, and artwork in their alleys. Here's another example from Kokomo. This one really, I just wanted to show the different types of lights that we would like to use in the alleys. And then this is from Wabash, Indiana. They actually have names for their downtown alleys. But really I wanted to show you a picture of the shade sails that we would like to use in the alleys. So along with the art fair and alley activation, we want to have our installations so art can stay year round. We are currently applying for the Johnson County Community Foundation grant. If awarded, the grant would go to public art installations in the alleys, which may include an archway like this one from Wabash. The grant alley would also, or the grant money, would go to art in an alley. So this is another picture of that Kokomo alley, but I just wanted to show you the different art that was in this alleyway. And then this is a mural from a place I went in Michigan a couple months ago. I just thought it was a fun picture to show everyone. But the purpose of bringing art to the alleys is to provide a safe space for people to enjoy and for it to become a treasure for locals and tourists. So the economic development side. So Discover Downtown Franklin strives to bring attention to downtown Franklin through several events throughout the year. We bring more than 5,000 people into downtown Franklin for each festival. This picture is from Smoke on the Square, which was in June, and I just wanted to show you guys the amount of people that come out and support the festival, and at that time the band was performing. So an art fair will attract residents and tourists, and they will also support downtown businesses during the day, which will hopefully have them support them throughout the entire year. It will bring people from Franklin, outside the county, and all over the state as well. So we are collaborating with local organizations for the art fair as well as for the alley activation initiative. The collaborating local organizations are the Franklin Chamber of Commerce, Franklin Heritage, City of Franklin, Franklin Parks and Rec, Johnson County Development Corporation, and Franklin Development Corporation. We will also seek knowledge from the Johnson County Community Foundation because of the resources they have with public art. We're also in the process of writing other local grants and will ask for community sponsorships as well for this art fair. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We are so excited to bring an art fair to downtown Franklin and begin alley activation on 2 of the downtown alleys. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
Emily, I know, like I said, it was approved at the Economic Development Commission for you to come tonight for the council to look at the proposal again. The alleyway at Elks Lodge, there's a designated smoking area there, which probably will need to be addressed at some point. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah, definitely, thank you.
Do you need us to do anything this evening?
I just need approval from the city.
I move to approve as presented.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you reach out then to the various business owners to get buy-in? I saw a lot of the arches are.
Yes, so we've already talked to a couple of.
We don't own all those.
Right, absolutely. So we've already talked to some of the owners of the alleyways, and they are very supportive. So we will definitely get their buy-in before we move on and talk to do anything with the alleyways.
Second. Soccer.
Didn't want to give you approval for things we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would have to get their permission and then also Board of Works as far as placing anything once we have a definitive plan with more specific. Right now, it's just the thing exists.
Emily, in this proposal, you have $5,000 of sponsorships. Will you be soliciting from the, I'm going to say, the businesses and the merchants of our community to assist in this?
I can. There's not a definite list of sponsorships at the moment, but for our other events, I get community sponsors, so that's just another thing that I would get as well. So typically there's from just Franklin businesses as a whole.
There you go, Tommy. You're a great sponsor, thank you for that. Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Eggers, and I think a second by Mr. Buell, to approve. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, thank you, Emily.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Kristen. Okay, next, request approval of Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 18-12, an additional appropriation, $1.2 million for additional paving projects. And I asked Mark Sirius to tell us some of the stuff that we're proposing.
Yes, we have actually 4 different projects that we're either we have bid out or are in the process of bidding out. One is a crack seal program. We bid that out along with an HMA seal program earlier this month. The crack seal program is roughly $107,000, I believe. The HMA seal is $322,000. Those two programs are for pavement preservation to extend the life of the pavement. We also are, we have bid specs out now, and we'll be opening bids next week for two different projects. One is concrete panel repairs in the North Point subdivision. There is around 2,000 square yards of concrete panels that we need to pad to replace. And then we also are looking at, we put bid specs out for mill and overlay work. One street is Commerce Parkway from US 31 to Graham Road. One is South Street from US 31 to South Main Street. We have Westview Drive from Commons Way to the Canary Ditch Bridge. And then two smaller projects, Simon Road near Freddy's, just west of US 31. There's some drainage problems that have led to some problems with the pavement, so we'll be doing some drainage work in addition to mill and overlay. And then Bartram Parkway, just south of State Road 44 at the Franklin Tech Park, we would be replacing some curb and then raising the pavement where the city jurisdiction pavement merges with the state's pavement. We need, there's basically a B where we need to have more of a transitional area. They're having some problems with truck trailers and the tons dragging the pavement. It's caused some damage to some trucks, and so we feel that we need to do some repairs there. So if you have any questions about the scope of the projects that we're looking at, I'd be happy to answer those.
And this is just for introduction only tonight. That's why we're having a special meeting on the 4th. Hopefully we can approve it then. We've already doing $1 million worth of paving now. At this time, there's a contractor in town now that's going around and paving some streets. I think you've seen that. And we also are going to be eligible for a grant that if you don't do the work, you don't get a chance to get a grant. I know that we could get up to $1 million in a grant, because if we do $2 million worth of work, we can get 50% of it. That doesn't mean we're going to get it. That just means there's an opportunity there. But if you don't do the work, you don't get the opportunity to get the grant. So that's another reason we need to do it now. And I know that process for that grant changes next year, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get those kind of funds. So that's another reason why I think we need to do this year.
That call for the grant applications is currently open and closes, I believe, September 23rd. And we won't know until November, probably the end of November, whether we're going to get any grant funds or not. But chances are pretty good. The first year we received $1 million. Last year we received a little over $600,000.
This introduction only. Does anybody else have any questions for Mark while he's up here? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is also for introduction only. It's item number 5, Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 18-08, repealing and replacing Budgetary Ordinance number 17-17, fixing and authorizing the payment of certain salaries of appointed officers and employees for the year. I will say that we do have one item that's going to be a small change that I've got with me tonight. I know next week we have our next meeting that we have our public hearing. That's on the 17th. We'll get the copy that's got the corrected amount. It's an appointed captain, which is exempt. Right now we have a road commander, and we're looking to change that title to the appointed captain. And also the police chief is exempt. It's not on your page. This is just a clerical mistake. And also the deputy chief, he's exempt as it is. So it's not not a major change in the budget, it's just clarifying a few words. So that's introduction for that one. I met with every city council person for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we discussed the budget, see if there was any changes or any thoughts. Does anybody have anything they want to add tonight? Yeah.
Nicely done, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we'll go on, hearing none, we'll go on also introduction. Tonight is item number 6, Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 18-09, fixing and authorizing the payment of certain salaries of appointed officers and employees of the city of Franklin, Indiana for the 2019 sewer utility. There's also going to be one change in that one when we come back for the public hearing. Rick has never had in his budget for an assistant superintendent. Talking about Rick Wilton, and we think it might be time to add assistant superintendent, but he has to go through. So we've added that to the budget, which is going to be $62,000 a year. And Rick has to go through, write the job description and getting it all through the board of works, but we thought we'd get it in the budget this year to get the amount approved, if we can do that. And then he also have some hoops to go through with that.
It's a good idea to get that started.
So, any other questions? Okay, the next one, number 7, is also introduction. Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 18-10, fixing the annual salaries and providing compensation for elected officials in the city of Franklin, Indiana for year 2019. There's no changes to this one, it's the way that we presented it. And just to back up on all of these, where the wages are at, just so people here know, we put in for a 2% increase overall on salaries. I know I checked with cost of living, it's about 1.5, and we're putting in for a 2% increase for employees. There are a few employees that we thought were at lower levels that needed to come up to get where they need to be and be competitive with other communities. So I just wanted to throw that out there. It's the same with the elected officials at a 2%, just like all the other employees. Tommy's looking at me, think we should take a pay cut.
Well, you can rest assured the lawyer doesn't count in it.
Yeah, she did.
I got the prayer, but I didn't get it in the budget.
I apparently have a bullseye on.
Should have left while you got here.
So is there any questions for that one? Hearing none. We'll go to item number 8, Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 18-11, City of Franklin, Indiana Budgetary Appropriation and Tax Rate Ordinance for the year 2019. There is no changes to that outside of the one police department one and the sewer department would be in that. So, and actually with the budget that I presented, that we all talked about, I said there's a few change. It actually come out a little bit less because with the longevity, when Chief O'Sullivan retires, the budget went down a little bit, even though we got a new police chief, the way it's set up, it actually is going to be less money than it was before. So, overall, the budget is at 1.95% increase over last year. For a total, just for the record, our total general fund budget it's at $16,094,351, and the overall budget is $23,510,875 for the city of Franklin. So that's our overall budget. And if you remember right, our department heads did a good job last year. Got money left over that was ready to rate. We were able to rate into the rainy day fund. So, and they are continuing free anytime you want to reach out to the department head, or if you want to reach out to me to discuss any further or bring questions the next time at the public hearing, feel free.
Mr. Mayor, and just for purposes of clarity for the public, that public hearing will actually occur at our regular scheduled meeting, not the special meeting on September 4th, but the regular 17th, that Madam Treasurer. So that's where the actual public hearing will occur.
Okay, and then, is there any other comments on the budget? Okay, if not, we'll go to other business. I already did my title on.
Move to read other business by title only.
Second.
Okay, motion and second, read by title only. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's for, information purposes only. It's sewer utility proposed budget for 2019. And the reason is for information only. The sewer utility is passed, the budget is passed by the board of works. So, but it's there, so you can keep up. If you have any questions with the read, please feel free. Okay. Running through our regular order of business, it's time for common council comments. Start with you, Peter.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to thank you for keeping the new budget under 2% increase.
Nothing additional, sir.
We have a RDC meeting in the morning at 8 o'clock at this location. And secondly, I passed out to each of you an ordinance to protect the city's tree resource. The mayor has reached out and started a tree advisory committee through the Parks Department in conjunction with the street department. They have gone through some extensive, we've talked and we have approved, and the city council has approved an ordinance that we would like to bring to the next meeting to pass, which would make Franklin again a Tree City USA city, and would allow grants for the trees, the city trees for our community. This was started in 2005. A new ordinance in 2011, and this will be a new ordinance in 2018. And that's just for you to read.
And to get the tree city status, you have to have a tree ordinance in place.
That's the last piece we lack at this time.
And how does it differ from the ordinance 1102?
Yes.
I mean, we have a tree ordinance in place.
It's, it's on those pages. It simplifies it.
Just so,
Yeah.
this is the first I've seen it, so are we gonna
Okay.
introduce a proposed ordinance modifying the existing 1102?
And just so I don't get in trouble, I did ask Mr. Woods to reach out to you.
Well, he did, right now. So we're glad to know. But we, I just want to, we do have a tree ordinance right now, 1102. So you're suggesting that there may be some amendments that are coming. Okay?
It goes, like I said, it's a lot of those pages and.
Some changes.
Okay. I'm quick on my feet.
Anything else, Mr. Woods?
That's all, please.
Keith?
I'm not mayor.
Okay. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
We'll figure it out. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Jim.